Okay,
Camera.
so let's bow. First bow, second bow, and third bow. I would like to invite Mang John to begin the sessions today.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jesse, and hello everyone from all around the world. Welcome to our My Stories sessions on Monday, and I hope that you've been meditating on your own since last Thursday. Today in Thailand, it's gonna be like one day before the full moon day. And in fact, we are going to have full moon tomorrow. So I hope that you understand as well the importance of having a little more meditation on the full moon day. That's some challenge that we normally do, just a little bit more, and maybe you will get additional benefits as well. Okay, so we are 206 day until the next year to 2026. 206 days until 2026. The number seems to be aligned somehow, and that actually reminds us that we almost passed the half point of the year, and we still have 6 months left. I hope that you already have done something awesome to yourself, cultivated some change, and as well have done something you never done before. Everyone's saying that if you want something awesome, then you have to do something you never done before. And doing something new can also be challenging because that requires breaking the same pattern or doing something against your own habits. And if you want to make them possible, then here is the principle of what we call goal achieving steps. So everything you do, if you have these 4 principles while doing them, it's gonna be much easier, including meditation as well. In meditation, whenever you close your eyes, one thing that need to be maintained in addition to the center of the body is the willingness to meditate. If you do not want to do it, like you were being forced to do it, or at some point you feel like you want to do something else more than meditation, then the amount of, you can say, mental strength in order to fight with what? With these mental impurities, mental viruses will be significantly lower if you don't have the same willingness when you close your eyes and meditate. So we make sure that we maintain, in addition to the awareness of the center, the amount of willingness, but not like craving. You're not craving for any result. You only maintain willingness, like you still feel content with the meditation itself. Like you don't want to do anything else. You're not like, yeah, let's do something else, and your mind keeps thinking about doing something else. So that's actually go against this passion or willingness. And the second one is to persevere, no matter what kind of obstacles you face today. Some people may face more sleepy mind. Some people may face wandering mind. Some people may face questioning mind. Some people may face lazy mind, angry mind, and sensual mind. Whatever you face, just be patient and continuously focus at the center of the body. Nowhere else, only the center. And while doing meditation, there might be several techniques at the beginning, but eventually the very last one that we will end up with is to maintain the mind at the center of the body. That's the very last one. And eventually we learn something new for the meditation itself. Maybe the experience may kind of identical the same, but you always will have knowledge or you learn something new. Or at least you learn that by doing so, the meditation itself remains identical. That's the knowledge, that's review. And if you are able to have these four things in your meditation is going to be not too difficult, or eventually it gets easier and easier. And if you are able to do this by feeling relaxed at the same time, then we can easily reach the center of the body. All right, so now we will begin with our meditation, and I would like you to prepare yourself for this inner peace time. Okay, so let's meditate together and allow yourself to close your eyes softly and gently. Close your eyes softly and gently. And feel relaxed in every part of your body, starting from the top of your head down to your toes. Breathe in and out long, softly, slowly, a few times. Spend a moment to breathe and let go of all thoughts or heavy feelings. Leave them behind for a while. Spend a moment to relax and make sure that all the muscles are relaxed. Relax the muscles from the top of your head, the muscles on your face, your cheek, your chin. Feel the flow of relaxation spreading to your neck and your shoulders, your arms, your hands, down to your fingertips. Relax the muscles of your torso, from your chest to your abdomen. your hips, your thighs, and your knees, down to your feet, all the way to the tips of your toes, until you feel completely relaxed in every part of your body. And when you feel a bit more relaxed, it will be easier to stay with your breath. Try to stay with the airflow, with the breathing, for as much as you can. Stay with the breath. Feel the air going inside, moving downward and upward within the perimeter of the body, and try as much as you can to stay with the breath and not to think about anything else. Continuously maintain the mind with the breath by adjusting the way you breathe. You naturally calm the mind down. And at some point, the body begins to feel lighter. As a result of all heavy thoughts, uncomfortable feelings, no longer remain in the mind. That is when the mind is ready to stay still. Then I would like you to bring the mind to staying still inside of your body, at the center of your body, which you can find by following your breath all the way to the deepest turning point. When you feel the airflow arriving and touching the middle of your abdomen, you may observe the touching moment or make it as soft as a bird's feather floating down from the sky to finally land up on a calm water surface without disturbing the calmness of the water surface. And that's how soft and gentle the mind can feel at the center of the body. If you're ready to stay still over there, you may proceed to staying still at the center. But if you need some additional help, you can begin touching the center, and each touch resembles the softness of a bird's feather. Don't worry much where exactly the center is. Just somewhere around the middle of your abdomen will be good enough already. Or anywhere that you feel the most comfortable with, anywhere you're most familiar with. Just leave your mind there primarily. Allow the mind to stay still. You don't need to go back and forth with the breath. Just keep your mind still for as long as you can. But if the mind still wanders, don't worry, that's alright. All you have to do is coming back to the same location again and again. Doesn't matter how many times you need to do this. Make sure you don't feel frustrated or annoyed, but you understand that it takes time for the mind to calm down, and keep bringing the mind back to the center. And while you stay at the center, you might want to repeat a mantra. You may repeat, clear and bright, clear and bright, clear and bright, or you may repeat, Samma Arahang, 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 Feel as if there is a water speaker playing soothing mantra voice, and you are listening to the voice attentively and relaxingly. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma means the right way, and Arahang means the purest state of the mind. All together, we are telling ourselves that we are on the right way to purify our own minds. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Continue. Repeat the mantra so that the mind can reclaim the occupied space, and become spacious as if there is nothing inside. Imagine that your body is empty. You have nothing inside of your body, no bone, no muscles, no organ, nothing inside the body but the air. And I would like you to visualize an image. Let it be either the sun, the full moon, a water drop, a crystal ball, or a bubble, one that is easy for you to visualize. And visualize it the same way when you daydream. And while daydreaming, don't actually care how it looks. You let the mind go and only have that particular one image relaxingly Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang. Do not worry how clearly you can visualize, as long as you can do that continuously and relaxingly, because the only goal is to keep the mind with one image. Doesn't matter what kind of image that is. Feel content, feel content with, feel content with whatever appear. Whatever you feel, maintain the center of the body. Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Continue to maintain the awareness of the center. I will leave you to be on your own for a moment. We shall return together for loving kindness. So at the moment, อะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหังสัมมาอะระหัง Feel content with whatever experiences that come to your meditation. Never crave for more. Never reject for less. It is whatever, whenever, however, feel content and continue to stay with the present moment. Observe without analyzing. The only thing that matters is the stillness of the mind. And as the mind stays still at the center, is absorbing an amount of peace energy that is ready to share and spread it out. Imagine the energy is expanding to cover yourself and everyone around you. Spread your love, your kindness to all of them equally and unconditionally. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel inner peace you are sharing. Continue to expand the peace energy. Let it cover the whole city. Spread your love, your kindness, and peace energy to everyone there. Doesn't matter who they are. May all of them be happy. May all of them be free from sadness. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. And finally create the feeling that this peace energy covering the whole country, the whole continent, and the whole world. May everyone in the world be happy. May all of them be free from sadness, pain, and danger. May all of them feel the peace energy you are sharing. Spread your love, your kindness, and peace energy to all living beings. For a while. meditation is coming to an end. You may take a deep breath in and out a few times. Breathe in, breathe out, long, softly, slowly. Mute the environment, everyone and everything around you. Mute every part of your body. And once you feel you are ready, you may softly, slowly open your eyes while listening to my blessing. สัพเพพุทธาปรัปปตาปัจเจกานันจะยังพลังอรหันตานันจะเตเชนรคังพันธามิสัพพโสเยธรัตถาสุขิตาเวรุณหาพุทธศาสเนอโรคาสุขิตาโหทาสหสัพเพหิยาติภิสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภวันตุ May all your wishes be fulfilled. Paepu Sankappa. May all of your dreams become true. Janto Uyatha. Like the full moon in the night sky. Manicho Tiraso Yatha. Or similar to a flawless crystal sphere. Okay, so it's your meditation. Maybe you can switch on your webcam for a little bit. Also switch on your smile and wait a little bit so we can have more people in the photo. Okay. All right. So I hope that the meditation went all right today. You can also share afterward about the meditation, how it went. But for now, let's smile. Okay, great. Lovely. Okay, lovely. Mm. All right. So you can maybe share a little bit how the meditation went, your experience, and if you have any questions, you can also type in the comments. So I know maybe if you need some further suggestions for the advice, okay. But today we are going to continue the story of this guy again. But in fact, it's not about him, because we talk about how he wanted to have something great. Like he wanted to be successful in his music career, and now he's entering a college. I'm not sure if any one of you are still a college students. Raise your hands. College students. Yeah, in the past, master doesn't count. PhD doesn't count. Only bachelor. Only bachelor. Okay, so the environment is so important, and um, if he actually has good friends, good friends that will support him, and for sure, his career, his study will be proper, right? But we learned from the last time that if he would meet a friend that doesn't support him, and this friend, if he has the following characters, we talk about the 4 characters of first being a taker, second being a talker, and third being a flatterer, and the last one is being seducer. What are these? What are these? Okay, being a taker means that he actually sees you as like walking wallet. He only befriend you because of the benefits, and well, if there is no honesty from the friendship, then for sure you're gonna be taken advantage of, right? So there was a question I think a few days ago about we should spread our loving kindness. We should be optimistic about life. We should look at the world with positive eyes. But in fact, before we do that, we need to make sure that our life is not surrounded by fools. Okay, and how can we know that we are fools? In fact, we need to look back at ourselves first, because we might actually be a fool after all, right? What are these taker about, talker, flatterer, and seducer? So taker means that number one, taker always try to take advantage. So whenever they look at you, they don't actually hear how you feel. They don't actually hear how tough your life is, but they only think what benefits they will get from you. If any friends are like that, just unfriend them. Okay. I know that you have already 1,000 of friends on Facebook. So unfriending a person doesn't hurt, right? Then you have 999 more to talk to. And the second is to take the most, give the least. Like whenever they give something to you, they're gonna take more back in return, right? So those who try to take advantage, kind of manipulating you a little bit, or try to take the most. In this picture, it means that, okay, these guys probably will buy a treat to the friend, but then he calculate like how much he pay. So eventually he's trying to get back what he has paid. And that's like not sincerity, right? And if you have a friend like that, then your life will be taken advantage of, which will probably derail how you will proceed to the goal, right? And the third one is they only help when they are in danger. If they're not in danger, they're not gonna help. This image probably doesn't say the best, but like if they're not gonna offer help. But again, these are different threats. They don't actually have to have these 4 threats completely in one person. Some may have 1, some may have 2, some may have 3, some may have 4, but only one of them isn't good already, right? The last one is befriend for benefits. You see that this gentleman, but he already calculate, okay, this is for the price of being the friendship and so on. So these kind of friend who takes advantage. They're taker. We call them taker. They only think about taking advantage. But this is just one thread, because then we have talker. Talker are those who talk the talk, and there are four things the talker may do. And if you actually see anyone doing this to you, just unfriend them, okay? Number one is they remind you a lot of their past help. Like, I helped you last year. Didn't you remember? I spent a few days on working for you. And yeah, you're supposed to feel gratitude for me or something like that. So they keep reminding you that they help you without realizing that now they are trying to take advantage of you or something like that. But remind of past help. And second, promise also about future help, that they're going to help you. Okay, I'm going to help you. You read it for me first. You help me first. I'm going to do something in the future. But that promise will never come true. It's just a promise, just some promises, empty promises, right? And try to gain favor by empty words. That image I made like 5 years ago, it has nothing to do with the present context, but if you feel like it does, it's just pure coincidence, okay? Because I made this, especially that last image, like a few years ago. Yeah, on the first term, not the second term. And the last one is to refuse to help when you ask for. If you look at this image, it's about like a person who fall into a pit, but the person at the top of the pit has a ladder, and he could offer the ladder so that the person at the bottom can climb up the ladder, but he does not. He just, okay, I'm gonna help you, but I cannot help you. You better stay there, because if you stay there, you're not gonna interfere with my ambition. You're not going to take my place. You're not going to take my job. You're not going to favor the boss. Stay there, right? So they refuse to help whenever you ask for. So these are characters of the talker. And right, if anyone who only talk the talk like this without having any other positive characters of true friends at all, we're going to talk about the characters of true friends later on. So, like we begin with, we call fault friends. But these fault friends, they are characters. They're not like they have to be for people. They have to be like people, follow them separately, okay? But make sure that we are not the person who exhibit those characters first. Maybe because if we look at ourselves, maybe I'm a talker after all. Maybe I promise and I will never deliver. Look at ourselves first. This is not to label anyone, but in fact, if we at least do not exhibit any characters in the list, then we can be good friends to ourselves, right? And that's important. Okay, so let's see how meditation went. So I should probably change to some other image, not this one. Okay, so Jesse say exhausted at work and now refreshed with good meditation. Oh, that's good. And Dorian, just like 2 hands. I don't know what it is. Maybe clap, applaud. Mamadou, and applaud. Elsa Marine say thank you. Greeting from Mexico City. Stellar, I feel refreshed and relaxed. And Elsa Marine, very good relaxation. Okay. Domingos, today is wonderful day. Ibrahima, meditation was so good and I had good relaxation. Bettina, I easily found my balance and enjoy the sessions in calmness and contentment. I feel recharged and happy. Thanks for wisdom talk and presentation. Alevi, meditation was refreshing. Thank you so much. And Musa, It was a horrible night for me, but I have refreshed mind for meditation. Thanks. Okay. Vanessa said, don't we all have a tiny dose of any of those, especially the talker? Yes, we probably may all have a little tiny things on these. That's something we need to remind ourselves, right? All over. I was pretty stressed before the meditation started, but focusing on my breath helps me to slow down a little bit. It wasn't perfect. My mind still wander, but at the end I feel calmer, and that's great. That's great, right? You only need to practice, and the more you practice, the longer you can, enjoy and have more perfection. Because practice make perfect. Hoping doesn't make perfect. Wishing doesn't make it perfect. Asking doesn't make it perfect. Looking doesn't make it perfect. But practice makes it perfect, right? All right. Okay. So coming back to the next one. The next one is flatterer. Wow, that image probably is a bit too much, but it's about, trying to flatter someone. And these are the 4 characters of a flatterer. Number 1, they consent you. Sorry, misspelling. They consent, not with the S. They consent to your wrongdoing. They consent to your right doing. You see, this one comes in pair, which means that whatever you do, they say, oh, that's nice. But true friends, they're going to be more honest. If you do wrong, they say wrong. If you do right, they say right. But this one, you do wrong, they say right. That's good. Because if they feel, if they're not, if they say the truth, maybe you hate them and they can't actually gain benefit from you anymore, right? So they consent to your wrongdoing. That's great. They consent to your wrongdoing. That's awesome. They sing praise to your face. They criticize you behind the back. Well, I try to make the girl the same. Not sure if you see her resemble the same face. They sing praise to your face but gossip you behind your back. So these are the 4 threats of flatterer. And well, hopefully at least we don't have any of these, right? And the last one is seducer. Seducer. Seduce to what? Seduce to intoxication, to drink. Seduce to party and nightlife. Seduce to doing nothing, doing useless things. Come on, before we work, let's have some sunbathing. It's a very rare day. We have the sun. Come on, just have sunbathing first. Or to gamble. Okay, so probably I don't need to explain any of these in details, but yeah, if they have these threats, they're gonna seduce you or just try to take you to this path. And imagine that you only spend most of the day doing this. You're not gonna have strength and energy for any productivity left, right? So if you spend the whole night dancing, you can't wake up early, and the next day is not going to be okay, right? So if you want the next day to be awesome, go to bed on time. And yeah, not to intoxicate yourself, to minimize, even lower the amount of consciousness you have, and try to be more productive than doing nothing and having no purpose. And eventually gamble will draw your attention to trying to gain and not at the center. People who gamble, they only think about how to maximize their gain, how to win a gamble, and not the center, not other kind of work, right? So these are the 4 threats. Again, taker, talker, flatterer, and seducer. They don't have to be 4 people, or they don't actually have to be only in one person. It could be maybe one person can have exhibit 2 characters, maybe 3 characters, or maybe 4, maybe just 1. But if in your life you probably have a questions, you say, yeah, I know that I should not associate with fools, but what kind of fools are those people? These are characters of them, okay? And now you know. So you can take a look. Let's do it tonight. Your Facebook friends. No, I'm just kidding. And like maybe your life, or maybe if you have kids, if you have children, these are some advices for them. Because the hardest thing about this it is not having experience. In distinguish between friends or foes, right? I know that, okay, talking about this, and some of you are like 35, 40, or older, you probably will say, yeah, I know this because I've been through this before. Me too. Basically, if you like for 35, 40, you probably will not have much issues on distinguish between foes and friends and foes. But for teenagers, for like, teenagers, usually teenagers, because they're kind of rebellious and they do not spend most of the time with the parents, right? They like to hang out with friends. They like to stay cool. So if they associate with any of people who exhibit these traits, that's your job. That's your job to give some advices to them, which, well, most of the time they won't listen, but try your best, okay? And good luck for that. Uh, all right, Oluwa Mayova, I feel so relaxed after the meditation. Have slept, and the mind at some point was distracted. Okay, no problem. Next time gonna be better. Ole Oluwa, practice make perfect. Okay, Jeffrey, during meditation, I felt relaxed and focused. At first, I used your voice as guidance, but over time, the voice faded. As the meditation went on, I used the breathing technique to relax and the meditation technique to stay concentrated. That's fine. That when my voice faded, there are 2 things that might happen. First, you actually went pretty deep inside of yourself and you disconnect from the 5 senses, which you don't actually have to come back to breathing or to the mantra. And second case, I stopped speaking because, I think today I stopped speaking more than 10 minutes. And those times, the voice really wasn't there. So it stopped speaking. But if your mind got still distracted, then in that case, try to use those techniques that you did right, okay? So either I stopped speaking, you didn't hear the voice, but your mind got distracted, heavily congested, then do something. But if you didn't hear my voice, but your mind was so still, you don't need to depend on it anymore, then better not to do anything, okay? All right, so that's it for today. And yeah. Oh, I think maybe Jesse is not there anymore. That's fine. Okay. All right, so then that's easier. I will just give like a short blessing. May you all be happy, healthy, and wise. May you all have all the wisdom so come obstacles in your life. Your wishes be fulfilled. All your dreams become true. May you never be separated from the inner peace within. And every time you meditate, may you attain the inner peace that we call the Dhammakaya within easily and effortlessly without delay. Okay, and may you recover soon, Fenari. Okay. All right. So, bye everyone. Bye Elsa Marine, bye Bettina, bye Fenari, bye DJ Botox, bye Vanessa, by Li Shui, by Yoon, by Obemipo, by Manish, by Folabi, by Doreen, and Kot Jovi, and Haselho, and Omolola, and Adebola, and Miandri Soa, and Caddy, and Rennie, and Bibotak, and Daniel, and Domingos, and Jane, and Oliva Mayova, and Joy Butoni, and Laniele, and Evariste, and Budumita, and Paul, Francis, Barnabas, Christian Thompson, and Frankie Liu, and Coffee, Rehoboth, and Mu Turin, and Sam Fang, and Helena Bay, and Uche, and Marise, and Bo Kim, and Emmanuel, and Toluvalase, and Ineolar, and Bukolar, and Senwa, and Odunayo, and Linga, and Chong Paul, Bujumbura, and Shijoke, Adeolar, and Devana, and Mary, and Olukbade, and Jeffrey, and Ola Ole, Oliver Pemirin, and Bemi Solar, and Iman, and Alevi. Goodbye and stay safe. See you on Thursday.